Thank you. I know this day's been a little while in coming, but appreciate everybody being here. The vision for Harrison Square at the first was the creation of a 24-hour environment where the people of Fort Wayne could live, where they could work, and where they could play. Once we complete construction on the project in the spring of next year, that vision will finally be complete. The city and Barry delivered Parkview Field as the home of the Tin Caps, and it's really the finest minor league baseball stadium in America. White Lodging delivered the new Marriott Courtyard. It has already had a big impact in driving business, both to the city as a whole and specifically to this facility. The new parking deck has augmented parking really for all of downtown. While the original concept of the Harrison has changed just a little bit as it's evolved, the project we're announcing today has about 100,000 square feet of total occupied space on 4 occupied floors above a parking level. So below grade is underground parking. We'll have about 91 parking spaces there, and that'll be for the occupants of the office, the retail, and of the apartments. The first floor is all rental space, about 25,000 square feet. You can walk to it immediately across Jefferson and walk right up to the storefronts. It'll also be, you can walk up to it from the left field concourse within Parkview Field. The retail will have great visibility. It's going to include outdoor dining for the restaurant tenants. The second floor will be office space. It's about 25,000 square feet. An entrance lobby from Jefferson that you'll enter into will have 2 elevators that will go immediately to the office space, and then also the residential levels above. Occupying the 3rd and 4th floors of the project will be 42 apartment units with views of downtown and a Parkview Field. They will feature 1 and 2 bedroom configurations. They'll be of the highest quality finishes. They'll feature granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, energy efficient light and plumbing fixtures. There'll be card access control. They'll have a rooftop amenity area that all the residents will share looking out over Parkview Field. Optimum views and safe, secured, enclosed parking at the lowest level. The real focus for us today, though, was to talk about tenants. We've got 3 tremendous tenants and people that have persevered and stuck with us through the economic downturn that we've seen and are with us today. We have executed leases in hand for those tenants and leases that our bank has signed off on as our having met the required leasing hurdle that was in that term sheet. Again, these folks have stuck with us. We're truly excited to be able to deliver new homes for each of them, and it goes without saying, but without their participation, none of this would have been possible. The first is Carson Boxberger. Early on, as the project began to change just a little bit, the idea of office space, of being state-of-the-art, of having 9-foot ceilings, of having all glass, having great views of the ballpark. It later evolved that we would have a balcony that they could entertain customers and new recruits on. But being one of the preeminent law firms in Indiana, we were blessed with just a great group to be able to deal with. As I sort of touched on, it's also going to give that firm a great tool in regards to recruiting people and young people getting out of law school that want to live in downtown Fort Wayne. Second tenant, and we're going to talk a little further about each of those a little bit later, but the second tenant is Three Rivers Credit. Three Rivers has continued to grow, showed a tremendous amount of vision as we began talking to them about the project. They'll have a branch bank available for all of downtown and patrons of Parkview Field. They'll have an ATM that's available back into the ballpark. We work closely with them and the city in regards to some of the parking options so that as their customers drove up, it was easy for them to get in and out of the project. The third tenant that we want to announce today is O'Reilly's Irish Pub. Currently with locations in Indianapolis, they were looking to expand. They're going to take a little over 4,000 square feet with us, featuring authentic Irish food, obviously beer and the other spirits that go with it. But it'll have a great atmosphere, heavy millwork, be really authentic in look and feel, again with the ability to have an outdoor patio. So we're really excited about their being a part of the project. We've got a health club was a component that was one of the original tenants envisioned for the project. We hope in very short order to be able to share that tenant with you. Many of you will remember that we made an early announcement with Scotty's Brewhouse. And because of some uncertain time frames in regards to exactly when we could commit to start construction, exactly when we could commit to complete construction, Scotty's pulled back a little bit. They felt like there was a little bit of negative press in the surrounding environment. And what we wanted to try to do is we've stayed in touch with them. We've sort of kept that space reserved, if you will. And as we got to this point in the project where we've got financing nailed down, we've reached the leasing hurdles, we've got pieces of the puzzle in place, we're going to go back to them and we really hope and believe that they will still ultimately be a part of the project. We just want to be in a position to give Scotty another decision point to be part of this great project. We have been working in regards to the financing of the project. We've been working from a term sheet with PNC Bank. That term sheet has been updated several times as we have accomplished certain hurdles along the way. Our most recent revision was actually received this morning, and it acknowledged that we had, in fact, upon their review of the leases, met the pre-leasing hurdles. While I'm not able to discuss today our local partner, a local partner was an important component in regards to getting the banks to step up. I think we also indicated a couple of weeks back that there are some other willing participants to join in on that effort. That local investor will be both a partner in the project and will invest significant equity into the project with us. The bank knows him well, and they've done a great deal of business with him. The local PNC president is actually out of town today and was unavailable to be with us, but we would have obviously loved to have had him with us. We were in Fort Wayne just a couple of weeks ago and met with our general contractor and our architect, really completing changes, working through project schedules and pricing. What we're trying to do is to be in a position that we can pull permits on a site and foundation set of plans by April 1st is what we're trying to do. And coupled with that, a May 1st groundbreaking. And I got to tell my architects and contractors to ignore these comments because I'm telling them faster. But at least by May 1st is when we're looking to break ground. And that allows us to meet all the dates that are in the tenant leases that we have in place so that we don't miss a beat on that front. Hagerman Construction is going to be our general contractor and design collaborative. is going to be the project architect. All these folks have worked just incredibly hard to get us to this point, and the building that we will ultimately deliver will be LEED certified as well. So many people have been involved. Thank you to the mayor for hanging in there with us. I didn't realize Graham was going to be here, but is really the guy with just so much of the initial vision, and it's just a huge reason why we're here today. So many people on council, and then so many on the city staff have just been invaluable and have been encouraging and have just worked so closely with us throughout. We know it hadn't been easy to stick by our side, but just proud to be here, and we'll be proud to be able to walk you through opening day and show you what kind of quality project it'll ultimately be, and just to see the realization of people living and working and playing downtown. Thank you.